Hey, yo, guys, what is up? Welcome to the Double Chens show. Mikey Chen here.
Danny Chen here.
Someone sent me this link on from Cosmo. I don't obviously read Cosmo or.
You don't read Cosmo? I'm just kidding. I don't read Cosmo. Come on.
Actually, I don't.
I don't read it more than once a month.
I don't really read this kind of stuff. But so there's an article that someone sent me. It says 10 signs he's serious about your relationship.
I just realized a guy wrote this.
What do you mean?
A guy. It's by a guy.
Yeah. Well, how do you think? Of course, it's by a guy. He's serious about your relationship. If she's
no, I
serious about
understand
your
that, but
relationship,
how?
from a woman.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So here's the points that he's trying to make, and we'll talk about them.
All right.
So number one,
because I just don't think these are. Anyways, go ahead.
Number one, he says he makes a point to check in with you before making plans.
Yeah, but I think, dude, I think that that should be a given. Like, I mean, all right. When we talk about we're talking about serious relationship. Definitely. First of all, how many months at least do you have to be dating?
It's not about
serious.
months. It's about commitment. It's about you had the conversation. You're like, okay, we're exclusive. This is heading somewhere.
Okay. And
That's
how many?
Serious, right?
And how many months do you give it before you have that?
I don't think you can measure by time. Okay, sometimes it happens within a month. Sometimes it happens within a week.
I don't think it can happen in a month.
What? You can't put a time limit on like a serious relationship.
I think you need to get to know someone more than and then like be like, okay, now we're serious.
Okay, whatever. So this article is from the perspective of
you're already
in a serious relationship. He makes a point to check in with you before making plans. I agree with you.
But see, this is my whole point.
That's just general courtesy.
It's general courtesy.
I know, but I do understand where he's coming from. Though.
Okay.
Okay. He's basically saying, like, let's say you and I me and Ben were going bowling.
Yeah.
On Saturday night.
Right.
And then before you commit,
right. I check
you
with
would
my
check
girlfriend.
with your girl, and you check in with your girl because you'd rather be spending time with the girl.
No. This is where you're wrong. But this is where you're wrong about that, but that's right about that. I'm not checking in with my girlfriend because I'd rather spend time with her. Hold on a second. I'm thinking.
Are you watching this?
Hold on. Let me say. I would rather spend time with you, by the way. Oh, we gotta something.
She doesn't watch.
Let me back up. Let me just say. No, it's because she gets first dibs on my time.
There's no
That's basically.
this one.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man.
Let me just save you. Let me save you.
Please do.
You do want to spend. You would rather spend time with
I would rather spend time with her, but also
she's the priority.
She's the priority. That's what I'm saying.
So I do get his point where he's saying, okay, the girl is now the priority before the usual guys.
Which is true.
Right? That's true.
Which is true.
Number two, he writes he gets upset.
It's just that because you made it sound like guys don't want to spend time with other people.
I'm just saying priority-wise.
Okay, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
The girlfriend's the priority.
Right.
All right.
So number two, this guy wrote, he gets upset if he doesn't hear from you all day. That just
But
sounds
see,
like,
this is not an indication. It's an indication that it's common courtesy to check in.
No. That just sounds like this dude is super jealous.
That too.
Like okay, if she doesn't check in with you, maybe she has something that she's busy with.
Right.
So leave her alone. Give her some space.
And also, all day is okay. You can go the whole day. Granted, if you're in a serious relationship, you're gonna see or talk to that person every day.
Right.
So let's say both of you are at working.
Yeah.
If I don't talk to my girlfriend for the whole day, that's okay. I'm gonna see her later anyways.
But here's the thing. He gets upset. You would get worried or concerned because you're like, okay,
but not
maybe
the whole,
something happened.
No, if I didn't hear from her.
Would you be upset? Upset meaning angry?
Well, here's the thing. If it's all day, like let's say it's like 11 p.m. and I don't know where you are and you haven't checked in, I'm gonna get a little upset.
But what if she's like laying on a dish somewhere?
That's also, first of all, I'm gonna be very worried.
Right.
But I'm not gonna be upset. First, it's worry. I'm like, where are you? I need to find out where you are. If it turns out you were just like, hey, sorry, I forgot to tell, then I'll be upset.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. But this makes it sound like the girl, I guess what he's trying to say is he cares about you, but it's not really like that. It's more, this is kind of a weird point.
So number three, he says he assumes you're his de facto plus one. Okay, I get that. If you're in a
Okay,
serious
yeah.
relationship, you would assume
Absolutely.
that this person is always going to be your plus one, right?
That's true. I mean, I've taken my girlfriend to several weddings now, and she's always the one, or, that's the default.
All right, here's the one I really agree with. Number 4, he says, he makes a point to take you to his favorite places. And we talked about this in our video about how to distinguish between love and whatever.
Yep.
If I have all these places I find so special and I love you, I want to share with you.
Yeah, but you like to do that right when you first date. I mean, you'll just run through the list of, you don't even wait for love. You will you will just like bust out your like Mike's favorite places. Okay, hit that place, then we'll go to that place. Right? Come on now. Come on.
All right. Well,
I hope you have a lot of favorite places because you're
do.
gonna run
I have
out
a lot.
of places.
okay, I'm a lone wolf traveler, I
Okay.
guess. So
Can I also
travel-
say sometimes
Yeah.
you like to take them to 2 of your favorite places in one night? You gotta space it out, bro.
All right, I got
Come
enough
on.
favorite places to last me for a while. So number 5, he writes.
But I do agree with that one.
Yes, he writes. He sits through Scandal because he knows it's your favorite. He also goes on to say, no man will want to sit through a girly show like that. That's where he's wrong, because you love to sit through girly shows with your girlfriend.
Yep, that's true.
So but let's say you didn't like to watch it.
But let me
Would
tell you
still
though,
watch it?
yes, because all those shows that I liked, I sat through because of her, and now I like them. Sex in the City, Gossip Girl, a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Now I actually genuinely like them.
You know what? Like I can totally relate to this. I went to the opera.
You're like,
I would never go to the opera again. I went to the opera.
Yeah.
I went to see, I went to opera in the park. Shakespeare in the park.
oh man, this would have been a great rapid fire question. Like, what was the worst thing you had to do in order to get a girl?
I've done stuff because I would go to places that she would enjoy and
Right.
And suck it up, or watch things that she likes.
I enjoy Shakespeare in the Park and operas.
Okay, next one is his friends Facebook you. What?
Okay, this is basically saying that it's a serious relationship and you've met his or her friends.
Yeah.
And of course, you've met them several times and they get to know you because eventually you could be the person in his or her life.
Right.
Therefore, they Facebook friend you.
Okay.
I would say that's not the case for me because to me, I like to keep my things very private. But yes, I would say forget the Facebook thing. It basically is saying you've met his friends or her friends.
And they feel comfortable enough with you to add you on Facebook.
Yeah. Or even if they don't, you get to know a big
okay,
part of
I
their
get
life.
that. I get
yes.
that. I get that.
If they're not introducing you to their close friends, there's something wrong there.
Right, I get that.
It's like they're trying to like hide you
Right.
or if you have really awful friends, maybe you're trying to hide the friends, but that's usually not the case. But anyways.
The next one I agree with. He comes over when you're sick. I think that's huge, right?
Yeah.
Like if
But
I'm,
you should do that anyways if you're in a serious relationship.
No. That's
You
what
have
he's
to
saying.
do that.
You're in a serious
Oh,
relationship,
right.
so you do it. If you just
Right.
like met her, would you still do it? I would do it.
Yeah, I would do that. Because I would try to score points.
Well, like if you really like the girl, even when you're
Yeah.
not in a serious relationship, you want to take care of her.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sorry, that makes me sound like a jerk.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are a
saying,
jerk.
like, you want to do something nice too, and you genuinely want to make her
This
feel
whole
better.
video, you just hope your girlfriend doesn't watch it. Just saying to you.
I'm not gonna tell her when this comes out.
He doesn't actively avoid meeting your friends or even your family. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
The family thing is big, right?
Yeah,
The
family
is,
and
like,
friends
huge.
too. In this day and age, friends are very important too. After college, you basically have your friends for a while. And because family, sometimes your family can be psycho. But yeah, basically, this is kind of like the ones where the friends Facebook you. So yes, I mean, what do you have ones you would add to the list?
If I buy her a ring, obviously.
Okay, before the ring, because that's what is hoping to come out of it.
Okay.
What would you say is something that is a sign that you're? But here's the thing, right? Like, this is one issue I have with this because me and you, like, whatever relationship we get into, if we decide to get into a relationship, it's gonna be by default serious.
Right.
Because me and you don't date
don't
around.
date around.
This article, because in this day and age, so many people are used to dating around.
Right.
So many people are used to having intimacy and then not even date.
Right.
So this article is about most of the population there.
Right.
You know, but for us, it's like, you know what? If I'm gonna date somebody, it's serious.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, nice things, things that you should do. Because also in the regular society we live in, maybe this is basically actions, right? Action speaks louder than words. Because a lot of times, for some stupid reason, people don't have that conversation. I like having that conversation. Like, hey, what are we? I want to have that conversation ASAP. Yes. Because I don't want to waste my time.
Me too. Exactly.
But the reality is, people, and my friends too, out there, you see this all the time these days. They're like, they always question. They always talk to their friend, like, oh, I don't know if we're serious. So then they look for clues.
And then they're asking, like, are you guys exclusive? Like,
yeah.
Okay, you know what? If I'm asking you on a date and you have a date with another guy tomorrow night, you know what?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and have that date with the other guy because that's not really part of something I want to be in. I never mess around with the whole dating thing.
Right.
This is why I'm friends with the girls I date before we date because we're friends. We're already got that connection.
Right.
We're already hanging out. Then we decided, okay, you know what? There's something there, and we date. That's what I like. That's why I hate this whole dating whatever thing.
Yeah, but that way doesn't work though.
Whatever. You guys know how I pick up chicks? Right here.
Dude. Next one, so this is something I like. 18 things that don't matter once you turn 25.
Right, this is another article that somebody sent us.
Again, from Cosmo.
Cosmo.
This
is like the most I've read Cosmo like my whole life.
But I think a lot of these really resonate with me. I don't know if they resonate with you. The first being the number one. Your college GPA does not matter.
Doesn't matter anymore.
I would go as far as to say, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're in college.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. I wish somebody told me, you know what, Dan, you should get your GPA high enough so that you can get scholarships. I wish somebody told me that.
That wasn't common sense to you? That wasn't common sense to you in college that you should get your GPA up? Someone had to tell you that?
Okay, the reality though is GPA definitely matters before college because it helps you get into a college. Doesn't matter that much.
It helps you get an internship.
Yes.
When your first job, they ask you your GPA.
Right.
After you get some work experience,
right.
GPA doesn't matter.
Let me ask you a question though. Does GPA in college matter if you're going to business or grad school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So I in my mind, I was never gonna go beyond the undergrad, so I just didn't care.
Well, you do know that to get an internship or to get a job right after college, you need to have a good GPA.
I did not know that.
Again, things that you should know without somebody telling you.
But in any case, do you agree with that though, after 25?
I do definitely agree with that,
right.
100%.
Okay.
I don't even put my GPA on my resume anymore. Like, it's all about my job experience now.
Right, because when you first get out of school, you put the GPA on there.
But now it's all about what have you done? What have you accomplished?
Right.
Next is your minor. I agree with your minor. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to tell you guys something. This is completely true. Your minor is useless.
What was your minor?
Finance.
So you were an accounting major with a minor in finance?
Right.
Okay. Minor, all it is basically you take some extra classes.
It's basically, let me say this.
Enough to qualify for a minor.
It's something that you can be interested in.
Right.
You can take a minor.
It's a glorified interest.
Thing. Yeah, it's not anything that's really anybody's gonna look at. Oh, you have a minor, who cares?
Like no one's gonna be like, oh, by the way, I minored in this.
Yeah,
it's like,
no
okay,
one,
great.
No one really cares.
Yeah. I guess, it didn't even occur to me to get a minor.
Of course not.
All right.
The next one I agree as well.
By the way, Mike is definitely a better student, so follow in his. Mike, you had like a 3-point something GPA?
Yeah, I had a 3.8.
Do you want take a guess what mine was?
1.7.
Nope.
0.
Nope.
0.5.
Higher than that. Nope. Higher than that. Higher than a 1.7. Come on, dude.
1.8.
Higher than that.
1.9.
Higher than that.
2.
Higher than that.
2.1.
Higher than that.
2.2.
Higher.
2.3.
Higher.
2.4.
Higher.
2.5.
Higher.
2.6.
2.6. 2.6.
That's actually higher than I thought it was gonna be.
Dude, 2.6 is a B minus.
Oh my god.
It's actually pretty good.
All right,
for me.
So the next one they wrote is, it doesn't matter after you're 25 how popular you were at any previous stage of your life. This is actually what we've been trying to tell you guys in our advice segment.
This doesn't matter when you hit 18. This is not 25. When you're in college, popularity means nothing.
Here's the thing. I was never popular in high school.
Right.
I was popular in college.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you guys this. All that is like mirage, smoke, useless crap.
Useless.
Like it's, when you're in the real world, nobody gives a rip what you
gives.
were in high school,
Right.
what you were in college, like were you homecoming king? Who cares? What
Who
fraternity you were in?
cares?
Nobody gives a
Yeah.
rip. I remember this kid coming into college. The same thing happens in college, right? In college, nobody cares how popular you were in high school, right? Like when you get to the real world, nobody cares how popular you were in college or high school.
Otherwise, your resume would be like, I was homecoming king.
Right. I remember this kid came into our freshman king, came into our college. I was an RA, and he was wearing he apparently won
Letterman
a lot
jacket.
of he wore his Letterman. Not only did he wear his Letterman jacket, he won all these medals. So he's wearing like all these medals, like a general, like no joke, like 10 medals, and he's walking around campus like that. I was just looking at this kid going,
Oh my gosh.
"You're in college
Yeah.
now. Like no one cares what you did in high school, dude.
Yeah.
Like same thing. Nobody cares what you did in college. So." Again, this is something we've been trying to tell you guys for so long.
This applies to right when you hit college, not 25, like 18. You know, and actually, college is a time to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, college, sometimes you will care about, I care a lot about my popularity in college. I did. And I strive to become more popular. That's why I joined all these clubs. But end of the day, I'll tell you guys right now, none of that matters. Like,
Right.
I remember back in college, right? What was the most, like, coolest thing to do is wear your frat shirt around campus. Like, I'm in a frat, whatever. Dude, if anybody graduates college and still wears a frat shirt,
Right.
get rid of that thing.
And also, it applies to me even more than you because I went to a school in the city. So if you go to school in Boston or New York, there's no such thing as popularity. Like, you're going to a school with 20, 30, 40, 50,000 kids.
Right.
You think they're going to care what club you're in?
Right.
No.
The next one is whether or not you've achieved a major life goal you plan to accomplish by 25. I don't think I've achieved a major life goal now.
Yeah. Well, I think that when you're younger, you set goals like you know what was an interesting goal I had when I was like 16.
What?
I thought by the age of 25 I was going to be married and have kids.
I did too.
Yeah, that definitely.
I'm from the Midwest.
Man.
Like right now, I'm in my
can't
early
believe we
30s.
thought
If
that.
I'm in the Midwest
Yeah.
and I'm not married with kids right now,
Yeah.
I'd be like the creepy old guy.
Yeah, I mean that would be the case in the Midwest, but I mean
Not
on
here,
the East Coast.
yeah, not in New York
But isn't
City.
that weird? Like I literally thought by 25 I will have kids, be in a marriage, and I'm 31, and I can't even imagine having a child. Like my life would be ruined if I had a child. Like if I had to start changing diapers every day, have to like worry about. I mean, I'd just be like, ah.
Okay,
Like,
no offense to all the mothers out there for that, but he really can't take care of a kid.
Dude, I can't hardly take care of
Can't do
myself.
it. All right, the next one is how cool your Friday night plans are. True, again.
This is so true because like when you're in because I find myself saying this to myself all the time when I was 25 and below.
Yeah.
I would be like, man, I would judge my week on how awesome my Friday, Saturday night was. Because those were your going out nights.
Right.
You look forward to those nights. You know what I do now? Friday and Saturday night is literally like any other night.
Right.
All right, just the next day I don't have work.
Right. Guys, seriously, for the last month, most of my Friday and Saturday nights, I've been at a coffee shop working.
There you go.
Working.
There's time literally gets thrown out.
And people like, and I don't care, like some people are like, well, I don't want to be a loser sitting like by
Right.
myself. You know what? Don't care.
This is why this one is so true, because after the age of 25, you will when your peers are also 25, you start hearing these things much less. You start hearing things, because a lot of people I work with are actually 22, 23. So on Monday morning, when we talk about how your weekend went, I find that definitely they would go out, they'd be like, yeah, I had a blast. My weekend was great. They're still rating things based on their weekends.
Right.
And then they ask me, how was your weekend? And they're like, and I'm basically like, I mean, my weekend is just like, I'm an old man,
Right.
I do the same things. And they're like, what? And I'm like, you're 23, like, relax.
So some of these we're going to skip because they don't really apply to us. Like,
Right.
I don't know, but being tan.
Yeah,
I don't care. Facebook.
Yeah, I would say Facebook definitely doesn't matter
Doesn't
after
matter.
like
I don't really
22.
Whether you had a boyfriend in high school, who cares?
That's
whatever,
true.
Going to Cancun, who cares? Like spring break, who cares? Lip gloss.
I don't know. Did that ever?
How much money your parents have? Does that ever matter?
Well, I would say yeah, because
Oh, in high school.
In
Because
high
it'd be
school,
cool because you're driving
yeah.
a nicer car.
but also in college, like in the early stages of colleges, some people I know, if they have rich parents or they know people that have rich parents, it still means something. But later on, it's like, I like the having a flat stomach.
Flat stomach.
Here's the thing about that. That's the
this?
only one on the list where it should matter.
We just had a conversation before we recorded this about Dan trying to get a flat stomach.
Yeah. But here's the thing. As we get older, and we're gonna do an episode about getting older, because I love getting older. Actually having a flat stomach doesn't matter in terms of getting girls, but it does matter if you want to keep your health.
Yeah.
Actually, your body, it matters more than ever. The older you get, you should get more exercise, watch what you eat, and we'll do a whole episode about that.
Also, what music you listen to, I don't think that
no one
ever
cares.
matters. Like where you shop, who cares? I shop at, I don't know J.C. Penney's. Being good at sports.
I would say it does matter if you want to buy like stylish
Okay, you know what?
clothes.
Dan just forced me to go to his store, and
doesn't it pay off?
I don't know. I honestly can't tell what I'm wearing. Okay, being good at sports.
That doesn't
cares? Wearing makeup every day.
I don't know. I
don't know. Your parents' annoying habits. I guess you don't live with your parents anymore, so nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of things don't matter. I think right when you get out of college.
So now let me ask you, what is something for you that doesn't matter now that you're 25 that they haven't put on the list?
I think.
I mean, now that you're not 25, now that you're older than 25.
Well, I think the general perception of what people think of me don't matter anymore. Like, do you remember? Like, I don't know if you ever been through this, but I used to be really self-conscious about the cars I would drive. I'd be self-conscious about like the brands I will wear.
Right.
Whether I have the most expensive things, so I don't look like.
I mean, basically, a lot of things on that list. Like, how many friends do you have?
Right.
What did you do Friday night?
You guys, here's the thing. Like, I was at a birthday party a year ago with my friends at Koreatown. I don't know if any of those guys are watching, but I was talking. I was dressed in a suit because I just came from work, and I was talking. I finished my noodle soup, and there's a lot of spices in Korean noodle soup. So I was talking, and you guys know, I use my hands a lot when I talk. Knocked the soup over, went all over my suit. It's everywhere. All the spices is sticking on me.
Oh man.
You know what I thought of at that moment? Like when I was younger, that would have damaged me. That would have killed me.
Yeah, you would have been like running home crying.
It was my friend's birthday. It's a bunch of people I never met in my life. And I'm sitting there with all the spice on my lap. I'm just like, yeah, wow, that sucks. Now I got to dry clean this thing. No thought was like, oh, this looks embarrassing. I was just like, well, this is kind of a pain.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, wah, I got my suit dry cleaned.
Dry clean it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I actually have to say that one, the biggest one is just not caring about what people think of you and stop trying to please other people and work more on yourself and trying to be a better person. Like I think that now, like, it's not like I don't give a crap. Like now I really don't give a crap what other people think, but also, I pay more attention to like trying to, be a better person for society, for my family, not for other people. Right. You kind of pay attention to other things rather than exterior things.
Right, exactly.
So I'd agree with that.
All right, guys, let us know what you think about these two topics in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
Nice.